Welcome to our deep dive on 401k rollovers and why you can't always move your money immediately when changing jobs. In this video, we'll unpack eligibility rules, timing traps, better alternatives, and the biggest mistakes to avoid. Stay with me to the end for a concise decision checklist and practical next steps. Here's our roadmap. First, we'll explain the common shock around immediate rollovers. Then, we'll break down eligibility rules and why many new employer plans block direct rollovers until you're eligible. Next, we'll compare the three options you actually have, leaving the old 401k, rolling to a traditional IRA, or cashing out. After that, we'll quantify costs and fees to show why they matter so much. We'll follow with a clear decision framework and step-by-step plan. We'll test your understanding with a couple of quick quizzes. And finally, we'll summarize everything into a simple action plan. You accept a new job, you're excited, you do the responsible thing, and you try to roll over your old 401k into your new employer's plan. Then the surprise hits. The new plan won't take your money yet. This is often due to an eligibility waiting period, which can be several months or even up to a year. It's not that your money is stuck forever. It's that the new plan is not yet ready to accept it. Let's break down why this occurs and what to do next. Immediate rollovers can be blocked for a simple reason: eligibility. Many employer-sponsored retirement plans require you to be employed for a certain period before you can participate in the plan or roll assets into it. This waiting period can range from a few weeks to as long as a year. Some plans do allow pre-eligibility rollovers, but that is plan-specific. The only way to know is to consult the summary plan description, often called the SPD, or speak directly with the plan's benefits administrator. The SPD is the legally binding document outlining the plan's rules. Do not rely on assumptions or hearsay. The SPD and plan administrator are the definitive sources. If your plan blocks the move now, you'll need an interim strategy for your old 401k. Disclaimer: this content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute tax, legal, or investment advice. Retirement rules and tax outcomes can vary based on your personal situation, plan documents, and jurisdiction. Always read your plan's summary plan description and consult a fiduciary financial advisor or qualified tax professional before making decisions. Begin by locating your plan's summary plan description and reading the sections on eligibility and rollovers. Next, call the benefits administrator to confirm whether pre-eligibility roll-ins are allowed, and if so, what the exact process and timing look like. Then obtain fee disclosures for your old 401k plan, including both investment expense ratios and administrative fees. With those facts in hand, decide whether to leave the funds in the old plan until you become eligible at the new employer, or to roll to a traditional IRA to gain control, reduce costs, and broaden your investment options. This decision tree starts with the key gating question: are you eligible to roll assets into your new employer's plan? If you are eligible, the flow points you to a direct rollover to the new plan. If not eligible yet, the next question assesses the old plan's quality and cost, specifically fees and investment options. If the old plan's administrative fees are low and the investment options are strong, it may be reasonable to leave the money there temporarily. If the old plan is expensive or constrained, the tree directs you to roll over to a traditional IRA. A separate warning branch highlights the cash-out option, showing tax consequences and a 10% early withdrawal penalty, clearly indicating that it should be avoided except in extreme hardship. Throughout the diagram, reminders prompt you to check the SPD and consult the benefits administrator to verify plan rules. You effectively have three paths. First, leave the money in your old employer's plan. This can be acceptable if the plan's administrative fees are minimal and the investment menu includes high-quality, low-cost funds. If fees are high or the menu is weak, leaving the money is risky. Second, roll the funds into a traditional IRA, which is often the preferred move thanks to lower costs, wider investment flexibility, and immediate control. However, this choice can complicate future tax maneuvers, such as the backdoor Roth strategy, because pre-tax IRA balances may trigger the pro rata rule. You need to weigh the benefits of control and lower fees now against possible future tax planning constraints. Third, cashing out is generally the worst choice. This creates an immediate tax liability, and, if you are under age 59.5, usually a 10% early withdrawal penalty, plus the irreversible damage of losing compounding. Reserve cash outs only for extreme emergencies. On the left, a traditional IRA typically offers lower costs and broad investment flexibility. You gain immediate control, can consolidate accounts, and often access low-fee index funds or ETFs. The primary caveat is that pre-tax IRA balances can complicate advanced strategies, such as the backdoor Roth, due to the pro rata rule. On the right, leaving assets in the old 401k can be suitable if the plan offers low administrative fees, high-quality investment options, sometimes including institutional share classes, and robust ERISA protections. However, if the plan's fees are high or the menu is limited, this choice can be costly and reduce your control until you can roll over to your new plan. This table illustrates the compounding drag of fees. With a starting balance of $100,000 and a gross market return of 7%, a plan with a 0.9% fee yields approximately a 6.1% net return, compounding to around $328,000 after 20 years. By contrast, a low-fee option at 0.1% yields a 6.9% net return, compounding to approximately $379,700. The difference exceeds $51,000, achieved solely by reducing ongoing costs. This example underscores why high administrative fees are so damaging to long-term retirement outcomes. This timeline maps your first year after changing jobs. In the first 1 to 2 weeks, you obtain and read your SPD and call the benefits administrator to confirm rules. By weeks 2 to 4, you collect fee disclosures and compare the old plan against a traditional IRA. If the old plan is costly or inflexible, you may open a traditional IRA in the first month and initiate a rollover. Over the following months, you stay invested according to your strategy and monitor costs and performance. When you finally reach eligibility at the new employer's plan, you reassess whether moving funds into the new plan improves costs, investment lineup, or simplifies your accounts. After eligibility, you consolidate where it makes sense to maintain clarity and control. Quiz time. Question: what's the biggest financial risk of cashing out your old 401k when changing jobs? Options: A. You might miss a new fund in your portfolio. B. You'll incur income taxes and likely a 10% early withdrawal penalty, losing long-term compounding. C. Your new employer won't match your contributions. D. You can't open an IRA anymore. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. Cashing out a 401k commonly triggers ordinary income taxation and, if you are under age 59 and a half, a 10% early withdrawal penalty. Beyond the immediate costs, you also lose the benefits of long-term tax-advantaged compounding, which can significantly reduce your retirement wealth. Second quiz. Question: which choice can complicate a future backdoor Roth strategy? Options: A. Leaving funds in your old 401k. B. Rolling funds into a traditional IRA. C. Waiting until you're eligible for the new plan. D. Making regular HSA contributions. You may pause the video now to think about the answer. We will discuss the answer in the next section of the video. The correct answer is B. Rolling funds into a traditional IRA can complicate future backdoor Roth conversions because pre-tax IRA balances are considered in the pro rata calculation. This can reduce the tax efficiency of the strategy. If the backdoor Roth is important to you, factor this consideration into your rollover decision. Here is a concise decision checklist presented in markdown style. First, read your summary plan description and confirm rules with the benefits administrator. Second, determine whether pre-eligibility roll-ins are allowed. Third, collect and compare total fees by combining investment expense ratios with administrative fees. If the old plan's fees are high or options are poor, consider a traditional IRA rollover for better control and lower costs. If the old plan's fees are low and the menu is strong, it may be reasonable to leave the funds there until you become eligible at your new employer's plan. Avoid cashing out unless you face extreme financial distress. Finally, revisit your choice when eligibility begins and consolidate accounts where it improves simplicity and cost efficiency. Next, we'll distill the key takeaways. The key points are as follows. First, eligibility rules often block immediate rollovers, so the SPD and plan administrator are your authoritative sources. Second, costs matter more than most people think. High fees compound negatively and erode long-term returns. Third, a traditional IRA frequently offers lower costs and more control, but it can complicate backdoor Roth strategies. Fourth, Leaving funds in a high-quality, low-fee old plan may be reasonable until you are eligible at the new employer. Fifth, cashing out is typically a major mistake due to taxes, penalties, and the loss of compounding. To summarize, start by confirming your new plan's rules by reading the summary plan description and calling the benefits administrator. If you cannot roll in yet, decide whether to leave funds in a good, low-fee old plan or to move to a low-cost traditional IRA for control and flexibility. Let quantified fees and investment quality drive your choice. Avoid cashing out to preserve tax benefits and compounding. Finally, when you reach eligibility, reassess and consolidate accounts as appropriate to simplify and optimize your retirement picture. As we close, I have a quick request. Thanks for watching. If you found value here, please like the video, share it with someone changing jobs, and subscribe for more clear, practical money guidance. In the comments, tell us your plan. Are you leaving funds in your old 401k, rolling to a traditional IRA, or waiting for new plan eligibility? Your insights can help others make better decisions.